Before I conclude, I have one more item of business, and I have the opportunity to give the Key to the City Award. And as you are aware, the Key to the City is given to an individual or perhaps individuals who have made a difference in the community. And often that is through quiet acts of service. This year's recipient is no different. Certainly has given lots of service, but the service is actually in a more visible way. Over the past couple years, it's been a time like no other. And during the beginning of the pandemic, it was a time for many of isolation. And as the time went on, as the months went on, it was a time that I think all of us were looking at each other saying, we could use a little pick-me-up. Well, that's where our Key to the City recipients came in. And at this time, I'm going to have Patrick and Sue Wimmer come to the podium. This is a surprise for the Wimmers. So they were not aware of this, but we're very fortunate to have them. You may not recognize them because you probably have seen them only in costume, because they're the couple that have been riding throughout the streets of Wadsworth on their tandem bike, in costume often, spreading cheer throughout the community. They came along during the time when we really could use, as I said, a little pick-me-up. I think we started seeing them when they had their Halloween costumes, I think pumpkins or whatever, and then it was the Santa and a sleigh, it was the snowmen during winter, it was the bunny costume at Easter time, and I know you have something special also for the 4th of July, so that's another holiday. And then they were so popular that they started getting requests from individuals or groups to have them come and to ride by and to spread a little cheer. So I thought how appropriate it would be to honor these two individuals for their dedicated service over these past years to spread a little cheer and bring us all a little hope during a crazy time that we're all living. So without any further ado, Key to the City to Patrick and Sue.
I'm speechless. Mayor, thank you for your leadership in this town and all your cabinet, chamber. You guys are what makes it enjoyable to be part of the city. We get asked a lot how we got into this and what happened. And just briefly, I'll tell you, we started dating back in the mid-90s, and I think one of our first dates was just taking our individual bikes out and riding. But we soon found that was not conducive to carrying on conversations with each other. So when we both retired in 2015, actually June of 2015, Sue from teaching kindergarten for 35 years and me from helping run the casino in Cleveland and a couple other things, we both walked off our jobs at the same time. She closed her door, called me, and I said, okay, I'm out of here. But the next day we got up and said, let's go buy a tandem bicycle. So we went down to, I think it was Pete's in Maslin, and looked around and we said, we'd like to buy that tandem bicycle you got there. And he goes, okay, so you've ridden before? And we said, no. And he goes, well, I'm not allowed to sell you this bike. I said, what? He said, I can't sell this to you until you both ride a bike, because this is either going to make your marriage stronger or weaker. So he said, you take it out for an hour. If you're still talking when you get back, we'll sell it to you. So we got back, and there were some communication issues. I'll let Sue talk a little bit about that, but just we ended up getting on that bike, and then that was shortly before COVID, and as Robin pointed out, Sue, with her kindergarten background, needed her kid fix. And so we started hearing about kids that couldn't get out to go see Santa Claus and stuff. It really broke our hearts. So we said, let's don costumes and let's go make home visits. And that branched off into senior centers and daycares and just a whole host of things, to where our slate during the winter is like, I hope it doesn't rain, hope it doesn't snow, because we've got backup of hundreds of places to go. I'll let Sue say a couple words about what it means to us to...
Well, we wanted to be anonymous. We didn't want people to know But obviously that didn't work because we just kept getting calls saying, please come, please come. And I think both of our fathers raised us with the idea that be the reason someone smiles. And we did that. And we would see people in the darkest of times laugh out loud at us and wave or say, oh, are you the tandem couple? Or have little kids run up to us and cling on us and say, oh, we saw Santa on a tandem bike too, and we're dressed up as the Easter Bunny. So it was just very, very precious. And kids of all ages, I mean, little toddlers to 95-year-old seniors that are so excited to see us. They'll be sitting on their porch waving and missing us if we don't make a day because of rain. So it's been extremely rewarding to us, and much more for us, I think, than for the community. So I think we are so surprised, touched, and Wadsworth definitely has the key to our hearts because you've given us so much in return. Thank you.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.